chapter fading into gray. I had been holding on for far too long, trying to be stronger than I felt inside, building walls around my fragile heart, searching for a place to safely hide. Day had left its footprints on my spirit, every step a little harder than before. And by the time the evening found my window, I couldn't carry the weight anymore. So I laid my fears before the Savior, every doubt and every silent scar. And for the first time in a long while, I stopped trying to be who I wasn't. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, the darkness lost the power it once had. The burden that had followed me for years was lifted by the gentle shepherd's hands. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, my restless soul found shelter from the storm, and wrapped within His endless loving mercy, I discovered what peace feels like once more. No thunder rolled across the sky above me, no miracle appeared before my eyes, just a quiet sense of holy comfort, settling softly like the morning light. The questions that had haunted me for seasons didn't suddenly all disappear, but they no longer felt so overwhelming when I remembered you were near. Because your presence changes every valley, your goodness lights the longest road, and every time my strength begins to falter, you remind me I don't walk alone. The night I find Until then, I will trust His faithful promise through every shadow and uncertainty. For the Savior who carried me that evening will carry me through eternity. The night I finally let Jesus carry me became the night my healing truly began. For I found hope not in my own strength, but in the safety of His hands. The night I finally let Jesus carry me changed the way I see each passing day. Because the God who holds the whole creation still carries me along the way. Jesus carried me through the night. Jesus carried me into the light. I carried yesterday into the dawn, like a suitcase filled with silent storms, trying to smile while the weight held on, wearing courage that was tired and worn. The world kept moving without a pause, while questions echoed inside my mind. Then through the stillness, softer than breath, I felt your mercy begin to find me. Not in thunder, not in fire, not in answers I could explain, but in a quiet, holy whisper, calling me gently by my name. I found the place where my heart finally rested, safe in the shadow of your endless grace. No longer running, no longer pretending, held by the kindness shining from your face. When all my strength had almost left me, when every road seemed lost in the night, you became the peace I couldn't discover, the calm that carried me back to the light. There were seasons I mistook for endings, doors that closed and dreams that disappeared. Yet every broken piece I surrendered became a testimony you were here. You walked beside me through hidden valleys, through every fear I never spoke aloud. And while I teaching my soul to trust somehow. Not with power, not with glory, not with treasures of this world, but with love that kept pursuing every corner of my heart. I found the place where my heart finally rested, safe in the shadow of your endless grace. No longer running, no longer pretending, held by the kindness shining from your face. When all my strength had almost left me, when every road seemed lost in the night, you became the peace I couldn't discover, the calm that carried me back to the light. If tomorrow brings another mountain, if another storm appears ahead, I'll remember how your hands have held me every time my hope was hanging by a thread. Because your faithfulness is not a moment, it's a river that never runs dry, flowing through the deserts of my weakness, teaching weary wings to fly. I found the place where my heart finally rested, not in the things this world could give away, but in the presence that never leaves me, the love that remains when everything fades. Oh, when my journey reaches heaven, and every earthly shadow is gone, oh, I'll sing forever of the Savior who found me and carried my heart safely home, safely home, safely home. In your love, I finally come home. The night had settled gently all around me, yet my heart was louder than the rain. I sat beneath the weight of silent struggles, trying to hide the ache and pain. There were thoughts I couldn't put in sentences. There were wounds too deep for me to explain. But somewhere in the middle of my weakness, your compassion called my name. You heard the tears before they became words. You knew the burden before I could speak. And in the quietness of your presence, your strength found the weakest part of me. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say, tear, every broken piece was resting safely in your grace. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say rose to heaven through my pain, and the God who sees the deepest places wrapped my heart in peace again. I thought I had to bring you perfect language to somehow earn the comfort that I need, but your love was never waiting for perfection, only a willing heart to believe. You gathered every unspoken emotion, every fear I carried through the years, and answered with a kindness far greater than anything I hoped to hear. You stayed when all my answers disappeared. You stayed when all my strength was gone, and through the darkness of uncertainty, your faithful love kept leading on. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say, you understood it anyway. Every sigh, every tear, every broken piece was resting safely in your grace. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say rose to heaven through my pain, and the God who sees the deepest places wrapped my heart in peace again. One day every question will be answered, every shadow swallowed by your light, and every whispered prayer from every lonely evening will become a song of endless life. Until then, I'll trust your loving wisdom, even when I cannot understand. For the God who holds the whole creation is holding me within his hands. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say became a testimony of your grace. For you were listening long before I spoke, and mercy met me in that place. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say was never hidden from your eyes, because the Father's heart has always heard. day is slowly fading into silence. The sky is dressed in colors soft and gold. I bring the pieces of my weary journey, the stories only heaven truly knows. There were battles hidden in the ordinary, heavy thoughts I carried on my own. Yet through every moment I felt forgotten. Your unseen love was leading me back home. You never left when shadows gathered. You never turned your face away. And even now I hear your kindness calling my restless heart to stay. When God sings over me, I find my peace, like a river flowing gently through the night. Every fear begins to lose its power. Every burden grows a little light. When God sings over me, my soul remembers I am loved beyond what words can say. And wrapped within His everlasting mercy, I can finally rest beneath His grace. The stars appear like promises above me, each one shining with a faithful light, reminding me that every single heartbeat is safely held within your sight. I've chased so many answers through the years, searching places hope could never stay. But all along the treasure I was seeking was found inside your presence every day. Not in riches, not in power, not in dreams that fade away, but in the gentle voice of Jesus, meeting me at the end of day. When God sings over me, I find my peace, like a river flowing gently through the night. Every fear begins to lose its power. Every burden grows a little light. When God sings over me, my soul remembers I am loved beyond what words can say. And wrapped within His everlasting mercy, I can finally rest beneath His grace. One day I'll hear that song in heaven, clearer than I've ever heard before, joining saints and angels in the wonder of the Savior whom my heart adores. Until then, in every quiet evening, when darkness settles softly from above, I'll close my eyes and listen for the melody of my Father's endless love. When God sings over me, I find my peace, like a river flowing gently through the night. Every fear begins to lose its power. Every burden grows a little light. When God sings over me, my soul remembers I belong within His loving care. And no matter where tomorrow finds me, I know my Father's song is there. Sing over me, Lord, through the night. Sing over me, Lord, till morning light. The morning came in whispers through curtains touched with gold. I carried all my questions and stories never told. The world was waking slowly, but my heart had raced all night. Then in the gentle silence, you met me with your light. I did not hear a thunder, I did not see a sign, just peace that felt like sunlight resting over mine. When heaven sits beside me, the fear begins to fade. The mountains lose their shadows, the night gives up its weight. You do not rush my healing, you stay through every tear, and somehow I know that you are here. I thought that I was broken, too far to be restored, but mercy kept on finding the corners I ignored. You gathered every fragment, every dream I left behind, and planted little gardens inside this heart of mine. No valley lasts forever, no storm can always stay, because your faithful presence keeps leading me each day. When heaven sits beside me, the fear begins to fade. The mountains its weight. You do not rush my healing. You stay through every tear, and somehow in the quiet I know that you are here. So if tomorrow finds me walking through unknown roads, I'll remember how you carried every heavy load. The hands that hold the sparrow still hold my trembling soul, and every step before me is already in your control. When heaven sits beside me, I finally understand the greatest gift of comfort was never in a plan. It was your loving presence, so faithful, strong and near, and somehow in the quiet I know that you are here. In the quiet, you are here. In the silence, you are near. There was a night my faith felt like a candle, barely glowing in the wind and rain. The dreams I carried seemed so far from reach, and hope felt buried underneath the pain. I had exhausted every strength within me, tried to stand when I could barely breathe, and somewhere in the middle of my breaking, I finally fell down to my knees. I thought I had to carry every burden, I thought the battle rested in my hands, but heaven had a gentler invitation, a better, kinder plan. When I couldn't hold on, Jesus held me. When my heart was tired and weak, when the road grew dark before my eyes, His mercy came and carried me. When I couldn't hold on, Jesus held me. Through every tear I tried to hide, and wrapped within His endless compassion, I found a place where fear could not survive. He never promised life without its valleys, or skies that never filled with clouds above. But he promised I would never walk them lonely, because I'd always have his love. The mountains standing high before tomorrow no longer seem impossible to climb, because the one who formed the earth beneath me is faithfully walking by my side. And every time my soul grows weary, every time anxiety appears, his quiet voice becomes a refuge stronger than my fears. When I couldn't hold on, Jesus held me. When my heart was tired and weak, when the road grew dark before my eyes, his mercy came and carried me. When I couldn't hold on, Jesus held me. Through every tear I tried to hide, and wrapped within his endless compassion, I found a place where fear could not survive. One day every storm will lose its power, every wound will finally be restored, and I will see the loving hands that carried me, standing at heaven's door. Until then I'll rest within his promise, trusting every step he asks of me. For the Savior who sustained me in the darkness will lead me through eternity. When I couldn't hold on, Jesus held me. And that's the story of my life. Not a tale of strength I found within myself, but of a Savior strong and kind. When I couldn't hold on, Jesus held me, and he still holds me even now. The same faithful arms that carried me then will never let me down. Jesus held me through it all. Jesus held me, and he still does. The evening sky was fading into shadows and so was all the strength I thought I had. I had spent another day pretending courage, while carrying a heart that felt so sad. The road behind was scattered with exhaustion. The road ahead was hidden from my eyes, and somewhere between my fear and my surrender, I finally stopped trying to survive. I didn't bring a song of celebration. I didn't bring a faith that felt strong. I only brought my broken hallelujah, and somehow that was enough all along. When I had nothing left to give, God stayed. When my prayers were barely more than tears, when my hope was hanging by a thread of mercy, His faithful love drew near. When I had nothing left to give, God stayed, holding every shattered piece of me. And in the middle of my deepest weakness, His grace became my strength to breathe. I thought that heaven only welcomed victors, those who always knew the words to say. But Jesus met me in my worn-out silence and loved me exactly where I lay. He never asked me for perfection. He never measured all the things I'd done. He simply opened wide His arms of mercy and reminded me that I was still His own. The God who fills the oceans with their waters, the God who paints the stars above the sea, still takes the time to sit beside the weary and whisper words of peace to me. When I had nothing left to give, God stayed. When my prayers were barely more than tears, when my hope was hanging by a thread of mercy, His faithful love drew near. When I had nothing left to give, God stayed, holding every shattered piece of me. And in the middle of my deepest weakness, His grace became my strength to breathe. One day I'll see the reasons for the valleys. One day every question will be clear. And all the nights I thought that I was losing will reveal how you were always here. Until that day I'll rest within the promise that your goodness never walks away. For the same God who carried me through yesterday will carry me through every day. When I had nothing left to give, God stayed. Not because my faith was always strong, but because His love is stronger than my weakness, and His mercy carries on. When I had nothing left to give, God stayed. And that's the story I will always tell, of a Savior who meets the broken-hearted and loves them far too well. When I was weak, God stayed. When I was weary, God stayed. And He always will. I reached a point where nothing made much sense, where even breathing felt like work to do. The weight of everything I couldn't fix myself was heavier than anything I knew. I smiled outside, but shattered in my silence, trying to hide the cracks no one could see. And in the middle of my deepest breaking, you were quietly holding me. You didn't wait until I got it right. You didn't wait for me to be enough. You came into the mess I tried to hide and called it love. When I was falling apart, you held me together. Piece by piece, you never let me go. Even when I couldn't see tomorrow, your mercy was the only thing I know. When I was falling apart, you held me together. You turned my brokenness into peace. And in the middle of my deepest struggle, you never once released me. There were nights I thought I wouldn't make it, days I barely strength to stand. But somehow in the middle of my weakness, I found myself inside your hands. You didn't promise life without the battles, but you promised you would stay with me. And that was more than all my understanding, more than I could see. So I stopped trying to be my own savior, stopped pretending I was strong alone, because the one who formed the stars above me had already made me his own. When I was falling apart, you held me together. Piece by piece, you never let me go. Even when I couldn't see tomorrow, your mercy was the only thing I know. When I was falling apart, you held me together. You turned my brokenness into peace. And in the middle of my deepest struggle, you never once released me. One day every broken part will matter, every tear will tell a story of grace, and I will see how every falling moment was never wasted space. Until then I will keep trusting your presence, even when my heart is weak and worn. For the God who holds together the broken has already won. When I was falling apart, you held me together, and that truth will never fade away. For the Savior who sustains the shattered still holds me every day. When I was falling apart, you held me together, and now my heart can finally see that even in my deepest broken places, you were carrying me. You held me when I couldn't stand. You held me in your hands. I woke up tired before the day began, like sleep could never fix what's in my soul. Every step felt heavier than yesterday, like I was losing parts I used to hold. I tried to smile, but even that was shaking. I tried to pray, but words just fell apart. breaking, you found my heart. You didn't ask me to pretend I'm stronger. You didn't ask me to hide what I feel. You met me right inside my deepest weakness and made it real. When my heart was too tired to keep going, you became the strength I didn't have. You lifted every burden I was carrying and gave me all I lacked. When my heart was too tired to keep going, you held me closer than before. And in the middle of my exhaustion, you became my more. I thought that strength meant never falling over, that I had to be enough on my own. But you showed me strength is found in surrender. When I let you take control.